Start my day up on the roof. There's nothing like this type of view. Point the clicker at the tube. I prefer expensive news. New car, new girl, new ice, new glass, new watch, good times, babe. It's good times, yeah.
On my way to the Vancouver International Film Festival today. I haven't had a whole lot of time to vlog or play poker this week as the festival just got started, and I'm covering it for my podcast Filmed in Canada, which I will link in the description. And since I haven't had a whole lot of time to put this final vlog together, I figured I would do it kind of while I'm on my way to check out the festival. And we'll check in to kind of discuss the final prompt in a bit.
The help don't stare, they just walk by, they must don't care. 1,000,001, 1,000,002, 100 more will never do.
So I'm on my way to check out a movie called The Hummingbird Project at the Vancouver Playhouse. I figured it'd be a nice place to stop here because this building right here in the background, 550 Beatty Street in Vancouver. I actually sold a unit in there as part of my job as a realtor about a year ago now, and just figured I'd take a stop by and kind of reminisce on that memory. But the prompt for today was to talk about kind of why I should be considered for the Platinum Pass giveaway here. I've given it a lot of thought over the past 5 weeks, and really it comes back to what I was talking about in my first video in terms of thinking about poker as a way to believe in and invest in myself. And really what I would hope for in this challenge is to someone, you know, namely Jeff and Andrew, to have seen the past 5 weeks of videos and think, you know, this is a guy that we want to invest in, and you know, take a chance on me and look at it as an opportunity to, you know, promote a new potential voice in the poker industry. So that's kind of what I've put together as of right now, but I'm gonna give it some more thought over the day and check back in with you later.
Too many bottles of this wine we can't pronounce. Too many bowls of that green, no Lucky Charms. The maids come around too much. Parents ain't around enough. Too many joy rides in Daddy's Jaguar. Too many white lies and white lines. Super rich kids.
Back at home after a long day at the movies, and I saw 2 today, one of which was called The Hummingbird Project. I just briefly mentioned it earlier on, and it was interesting in the sense of how it kind of brought some things into focus for me in what I want to express in this final vlog. The movie's about a pair of cousins played by Jesse Eisenberg and Alexander Skarsgård, and they're both working for a stock brokerage firm, and they kind of go out on their own because they have this idea, this grand ambition to build a straight line of fiber from Kansas to New York City, and so they would be able to basically have a millisecond advantage on anyone else that's making trades between Kansas and New York. And Jesse Eisenberg's character in particular is just driven by this pure sort of greed and this need to accomplish this project for no other reason really than just the money and the, you know, the accolades that he might receive, and it really drives him to the point of near death at a certain point. And it just sort of got me thinking about poker and how, you know, poker is just inherently about money and winning, and that desire to, you know, accumulate money, and just the power that money holds in our society is so pervasive. And within the game of poker, that can really have some devastating effects, because obviously, you know, you're putting your own money on the line, and you're taking a considerable risk. that can cause fear, that can cause greed, that can cause just so many emotions, because money can bring out the best and the worst in people. It really it brought into focus how over the last 5 weeks I've changed a lot of how I think about poker and what I'm trying to accomplish with it. And when I started out with that first vlog, I was stumbling through these ideas of like why isn't poker important to me, or what do I like, what do I get out of the game, and I was rambling on about these thoughts of it bringing me fame and fortune and success and all of these things that really are not what should be motivating me. And by the end of that, I came back to this idea of poker being a way to believe in myself and invest in myself. It's an interesting thing, because the game of poker being so purely monetarily based, in the sense that you're wagering dollars every time you make a bet, it can also almost take money out of it in a way, because ultimately you should be indifferent to the stakes or the money that you're wagering in it, and it should be based on strategy and math and tells and all of these things. And so I see these vlogs that I'm doing and the game of poker and this opportunity to go down to the Bahamas and compete against the world's best players. I see that as an opportunity to further this idea of kind of removing the money and just focusing on kind of improving myself on and off the poker table, both mentally and spiritually, even just looking at it as a way of building my mental stamina and building my self-confidence and all of these more qualitative things as opposed to quantitative things. And the other thing that sort of came into focus for me today, again through the music of Frank Ocean, which just seems to keep coming up for whatever reason. He's got a song, Super Rich Kids, off of his album Channel Orange, and it's a song about this rich kid that seemingly has everything going for him, but is still kind of struggling mentally, and by the end of the song takes his life. There's a line in it, 1,000,001, 1,000,002, 100 more will never do. And I guess it just represents this idea of the amount of money you have never being enough. And so if I were to focus on the dollars in poker, I'm never going to be satisfied, because ultimately it should be more about self-discovery and just developing as a person. And that's really what I would hope to get out of the experience of going down to the Bahamas and continuing on this vlogging journey. And whether or not that experience in the Bahamas comes to fruition, I see the past 5 weeks that I've spent as an example of that progression of getting away from thinking about money and these more destructive elements, and thinking more about using the game of poker as a form of positivity and growth and development in my life. And that's what I would hope to continue doing if I were to win the PSPC Vlogger in Paradise Challenge. So thanks for watching over the past 5 weeks, and if you'd like to stick around and see if I produce any more content after this, I would greatly appreciate it. And best of luck to all the other contestants submitting videos, and looking forward to the results in the next few weeks.
1,000,001, 1,000,002, 100 more will never do. Too many bottles of this wine we can't pronounce. Too many bowls of that green, no Lucky Charms. The maids come around too much. Parents ain't around enough. Too many joy rides and